During this long holiday weekend, impaired driving is a serious concern, and we are going in depth on the issue, starting with a Colorado family destroyed by 2 drunk drivers. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon looks at the human cost.
Most teens dream of the day they get their license.
I would want to go anywhere whenever I could.
But 16-year-old Sophie Lowry has totally changed gears.
I didn't want to be on the road. I still don't.
She's had that feeling since May 20th.
I saw these bright lights coming at me super fast, and I realized that this person was in my lane. It was inevitable that I was going to get hit.
The impact was so great, it pushed her car back 89 feet.
It's hard for Sophie's mom, Robin, to even watch footage from a nearby home where you see a car driving fast starting in that bottom right-hand corner. But the sound of the crash and the call to Sophie's mom that came next is something the two just can't shake.
As we were hanging up, I could hear her in the background crying about being in pain.
What was that feeling racing through you when you found out what happened to your baby?
Fear, nausea. You are sickened that your baby has been hurt at the hands of somebody else who made a stupid choice.
Sending her daughter to a hospital bed.
The first words out of her mouth were, "Mommy, I thought I was gonna die. Mommy, I thought I was gonna die." We lost her dad to cancer 3.5 years ago. And so just knowing she was that close to joining him was unnerving. And we lost her cousin.
Tanner is my son who was killed by a drunk driver on March 26th, 2022.
Renee Lund is Sophie's aunt.
I believe that her father, and I'll give Tanner a little credit too, were with her that night.
The family says they got the police report about the crash Sophie was in last week. It says vehicular assault is a primary violation.
And to know that he likely was impaired, to get this report was very validating for her as well, to see she had no violation, she was not in the wrong.
Now this same family has the same kind of pain piling on.
An incredibly selfish human being who essentially had a weapon, and they used the weapon against someone you love.
Committing themselves to creating change on Colorado roads.
The laws and the legislation is horrific.
While still being grateful for each day they know could have been taken away.
If she's hurting, if she's exhausted, if she's struggling, we just keep saying, but you're here, and you're here. And that's a huge, huge win.
Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
And the driver who killed Sophie's cousin pled guilty to vehicular homicide and was sentenced to 9 years in prison. His mom says that's not nearly enough. Now, as for Sophie's case, the family hopes to learn more once the toxicology reports come back in either August or September.